Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to another episode of my video blog. By now you know I'm Harold C. Connolly Jr., Professor of Earth and Planetary Science, City University, Mission Sample Scientist for OSIRIS-REx, and currently Professor at Hokudai. And I'm here in my favorite little garden area in Hokudai with my good friend and colleague and my host for the last few months, Shogo Tachibana.
Hello, my name is Shogo Tachibana. I'm an Associate Professor at the Department of Earth and Planetary Science at Hokkaido University. I'm a PI of the sampler of the Hayabusa 2 mission and also a PI for the sample analysis.
Great. So Shogo and I are each other's opposites on OSIRIS-REx and Hayabusa 2. And one of the many things we've been doing while we are here, or while I'm here, is having lots of discussions about how to enhance our collaborations, our scientific collaborations between the two missions. This is the first time in history since the 1970s that two nations have had sample return missions operating at essentially the same time period. And what we would like to do is maximize the amount of return in the science that occurs from these missions. And the Hayabusa mission, you want to give a quick timeline for Hayabusa 2?
So we launched the vehicle at the end of last year, and the Hayabusa 2 spacecraft will get to the asteroid 1999 JU3 in mid-2018, and then get samples at 3 different locations on the surface of the asteroid, and then leave the asteroid at the end of 2019, and the spacecraft will get back to the Earth with samples at the end of 2020. That is the timeline.
Right.
Mission.
Yep. And we OSIRIS-REx arrives at asteroid Bennu in August of 18, and we don't return until September of 2023 with our sample. So our older scientific brothers and sisters here in Japan will be analyzing sample from a C-type asteroid before we will. And of course, the Japanese science community and engineering community through JAXA was the first to bring home sample from an asteroid with Hayabusa 1, which was a highly successful mission in so many ways. So, Shogo, you know, we've been working through how to deal with the challenges of international relations in science, in the science community, with space missions above and beyond what our two government agencies have decided we should do. What do you think is the most difficult challenge that we face in building this solid collaboration?
So, are you talking about MOU?
What we would like to do outside of the MOU.
So because the MOU was, so you're talking about the organization issue?
No, I'm talking about, there's an organization issue, right, between the agencies, an agreement, international agreement called MOU, or Memo of Understanding, of exchanging certain scientists at different time periods. But the MOU doesn't really seem to take into account the understanding that our missions are running essentially at the same time period, and that your mission comes back earlier than ours does and could offer considerable lessons learned from your analysis phase. So I guess what I'm getting at is do you think we're going to be able to enhance our collaborations even more than what the MOU calls for? That's partly what we've been working on.
Yeah, so we have been talking about joint curation and joint sample analysis between two missions. So people working for the Hayabusa 2 sample curation and sample analysis of Hayabusa 2 samples will join the curation and analysis activity for OSIRIS-REx samples in the US. So after we finish the curation and sample analysis, and also so people working for OSIRIS-REx can come to Japan for the curation activity and to you may have chance to learn how to deal with C-type asteroid samples.
Yeah, it's going to be really important, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a wonderful experience. Yeah. So, I think that's really just a feeling for some of the issues we've been discussing, but I wanted to tape, and Shogo was kind enough to allow me to tape them for my video blog. And I want to thank you for all your hospitality and your wonderful friendship. I've been here for 2 months, and essentially it's been extremely smooth, hasn't it? It's been really very few issues at all. So it's really amazing. So thank you and everybody here. And the students have been amazing, as I've mentioned before. We had a lovely barbecue last night,
Yes.
a grill outside, and it was so good. The food was so good, and the students were so happy, and they gave me a present, which I'll put on another blog at some other time, which I was really touched by. So it's quite
Yeah, so those students really thank you because you gave a lot in the
thank
class
you.
and in the seminar.
Oh, we had a lot of fun. Yeah. So that's what it's all about when you're a professor, is students. And continuing to be a student through your students. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Shogo, for
Thank you.
allowing me, and we'll see you soon. Bye everybody. Bye.